Hello, Clayton, Morris, and Natalie Morris. I received a message from you, an email that is actually is a your weekly news brief from Redacted Invest. So it provides a lot of information here, and plus at the end it says if you are ready to invest in real estate without overpaying or worrying about AI fakes, get free help from our trusted partner SDIR Wealth. Okay, get a step-by-step. What you offer is this: get a free personalized wealth plan, get a step-by-step path to passive income with build-to-rent properties through SDIR Wealth. Enjoy 4 income streams, positive cash flow, big tax benefits, and free help from strategy to ownership. Okay, so it sounds great, and I'm sure it's gonna help. It can help a lot of people to become rich, but it won't help all people, including me. So this is why I decided to give you another offer that might interest you. So what I'm offering you is the tax-free economy. What I'm offering you is a alien technology that allows us to become to eliminate poverty. And why I call it alien technology? For 2 reasons. First reason is because it's not my idea. I was given this idea by aliens when I was 13 years old. I was abducted with my twin brother by aliens for just 1 minute, and I was on a shipboard, on the board of a ship, and they told me that I would pass very important information from them to the humans who live on our planet. Of course, I didn't believe that. I got home, I told about that to my father, to my mother, and my father was a pilot. We lived in a very small place, so he said, never say anything like that to people, because firstly, they are going to laugh at you. Secondly, they are not going to believe you. So, and thirdly, it will affect my career, because I will immediately be removed from my work as a pilot. So this is why I was afraid. My brother was also afraid to speak about this. We told our school boys, our friends, that we saw a saucer, or whatever you call it, a UFO, but we never told them that we were abducted. Another reason was that I was afraid that people will laugh at me and will say that I'm crazy. So I kept this secret for a long time, since I was 13 years old. So, but what they told me that I will pass very important information from them to people. They also told me that my brother will stay with them, but he didn't. We were immediately, just after 1 minute after the alien told me this, we were immediately returned to the earth and to where we were standing before. And so since my brother was again with me, I thought that was a lie, that was not true, and they didn't give me any message, so I thought that that's not true, and so I didn't believe that. I thought that was maybe we were abducted, but something was wrong. Something didn't up to that. So I lived my life. I always remember about that. I told to my friends. By the way, when I lived in Russia, I told to my friend, American friend, Randy Marshall. He was a journalist. He was also a Christian. He was like a Christian. He was in church. So I told him about that incident too. To many people always said, but I never told them that I was abducted. So, and then around 2 years, 3, 4 years, 5 years ago, I was just finishing my work in the Secret Service. I started to write books. This is not just because I like, I'm not a writer. I'm not an intellectual person. Some people can write books from very early age, and they're very smart. They say a lot of. They're smart. I'm not. I'm just an ordinary person from a street who worked in the Secret Service and worked in science, but in general I'm just an ordinary person, general, average person. So I never believed that I could write a book. So about 4 years ago I started to write books, and by the way, 2 books. I will not touch the other book right now, but I started to write this book, Tax-Free Economy, and the information was coming to my mind, like, I don't know where from, but it was coming. And I wrote the book, and this book, I'd like to offer it to you to read. And what I'm saying to you, I was interviewed this year on April 7th. I was interviewed by a Mexican ufologist, Mexican journalist, television personality, and ufologist. He's very famous, by the way. Jaime Maussan, and you can find him, Google him, and he even has promoted claims of supposed alien remains that have turned out to be hoaxes, but I will not touch this hoax or not hoax. Anyway, he's a very famous person. So I was interviewed by him, not personally by him, but his right hand, who is his name is Rodolfo Garrido with 2 R's. So I was interviewed by him in Querétaro, in Mexico, in the area, in the upstate region. It's called Juriquilla. So I was interviewed by him, and I explained everything. So you can contact him and talk to him. I will give you his phone number, and you can buy, or maybe he can give you the video he recorded with his team, or maybe he can sell it to you. I don't know, but you can contact him and talk to him to see that what I'm saying is true. So, and what I offer to you is to read my book. And what this, as I told you, for example, what you offer is great. It's excellent, but it's not gonna work for everyone. For example, for me, maybe it's not gonna work for me. And offering, I'd like to give you an example. What you're offering is not going to help to everyone. For example, people live in the Arctic Circle. I live there. So, and suppose there is a man who lives in a very cold house that doesn't have heating, and he gets cold every week or every month. And what you offer to him, you offer medicine. Take this medicine, take that medicine. It's gonna help, sure, of course, or may not help, depending on what medicine you offer, or what is his condition, what his body, depending on his body. So maybe it can help, maybe not help. But actually what you need to do is to give that person a house, a home that has heating. so he wouldn't have cold every week or every month or every 2 weeks. So, and this is what you offer to me in this mail, with in this mail. So, and what I offer to you is the heating, the house with the heating that can help everyone. And actually, what it does, I'm gonna read to you. So the benefits of the tax-free economy, it's actually with in short, it's the TFE, tax-free economy. So what it does, it returns the Garden of Eden back to Earth. What it offers: no taxes. The benefits are no taxes, free healthcare, no insurance need. That includes everything: medical tests, ultrasound, MRIs, etc., lab exams, surgeries, emergency care, home visit, hospital and clinic treatments and medications, free dental services that include everything, free dentures, crowns, teeth cleaning, etc. For example, now the science in healthcare is approaching the point where they can grow teeth, new teeth. So you don't need crowns, you don't need dentures, etc. And it's very great. It's very great, but where is the money? Where can you get the money? There is no money there, so only very rich people will be able to do that. With the tax-free economy, everyone will get that help. Everyone will get free teeth growing in their mouths. You see. Why, for example, many people, when they hear this, and you including, many people say, wait a second, nothing is free in this world. Yeah, that's true. Because we live in capitalism and in socialism too. When people say there's free education, free healthcare in socialism, that's not true, because it's not free. It's free for people, but there are hidden fees, because the money are taken from the people in form of taxes. For example, in socialism there are no taxes, but the government takes the money from their salaries, so people don't. So it's not something where, so people get the pay for that. It's not free, but the tax-free economy is absolutely free, so there are no hidden fees. People don't pay anything. The people work and get their salaries and get free healthcare, free education, free dental services, free housing, free communal services, free when people die, free funeral services. So, and they don't pay anything. Other advantages are free public transportation, high wages that ensure a high standard of living in all countries. Inequality exists, but the bottom edge is significantly higher. Free land and natural resources, and how it's achieved is explained in this book. Right to work, unemployment is 0%. Again, how it's achieved is explained in this document. Retirement age is very low, 50, 55, 50 for women, 55 for men. Retirees can work at any age. The minimum retirement age is 30 for hazardous industries and risky professions. Free advertising, free funeral services and cemeteries, free sport facilities, gyms, swimming pools, etc. No investment loans required, and no bankruptcies to start your own business, and no bankruptcies. National currencies are not pegged to gold, precious metals, and foreign currencies. No commercial crime, eco-friendly products. Rivers, ponds, oceans, seas, forests are restored to their original clean state, filled with fish, wildlife, vegetation. For example, now if you live in Mexico, there is no fish. You can't buy fish in the stores, Walmart, for example, and other stores. It's impossible. You can buy only very cheap fish that no one wants to eat. But with the TFE, everyone will be able to eat fish every day, because that will be the main source of protein, because the fish is the most healthy product. It's healthier than say meat. It's also meat, but it's a different type of meat. And also life will be without stress, without economic crisis and wars. For example, now even if you are rich, you have money, you always live in a fear of losing that money. You need to invest them somewhere, invest it in somewhere, because if you don't invest it, you can lose it. Okay, all states have unlimited money pool for any project, space flights, construction and repair of roads, schools, hospitals, implementation of new technologies like electric vehicles, robots, and the elimination of the consequences of natural disasters. Plus this, now we are actually, AI is killing our jobs. But with this, with the tax-free economy, you can implement AI without any problem. People still will have jobs and will have salaries. That is the most important part of the tax-free economy. So I recommend to read this book and share it with all people, because I myself, I can do nothing alone, because I'm just a person, average person. Yes, I wrote this book, but I can't do anything more. So this is why I'm trying to get to journalists, to people who can tell people about this system. If you don't believe me, read it and see that what I'm saying is true, because it works. It's gonna work. But you need to open your mind, because if you don't open your mind, you will not understand that. So this is why I recommend you to read it and share this information with your audience on YouTube, and let's see what happens. And I know what will happen. This system will be implemented everywhere, in every country, and the country that will be the first to implement it will be the greatest country on earth. So, because it's the newest system we never seen before. So I think that is all what I wanted to tell you. Plus, I'd like to tell you that if you don't respond to this email, to this my video message, then at this point this video is private on my YouTube channel, which is called Dmitry Banch. You can Google Dmitry Banch. Who is Dmitry Banch? You will see who I am. But all information you can find on my YouTube channel. In the description of the channel, you can see all links to my books. You can find all information. You can find the link to my LinkedIn profile. I also post information there. So I think this is all. That's all. Thank you for watching this video, for listening to me, and have a nice day. Bye.